the testimony. I fell hard, but I'm not gone. Grace found me before the dawn. Pulled me up from down below, set me on my feet, said, child, let's go. From the darkness, now I see love has won the victory. If you're listening, lean on me. This is my testimony. This is the testimony. The testimony.
What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Testimony Podcast. So we have an amazing guest this week, somebody local, somebody from the area, and somebody who has started a business from scratch and is now helping hundreds of people. He has hundreds of clients that are reaching out to him to make sure that he can help them recover in a way that a lot of us would never have even imagined. So we hear a lot about addiction recovery. We share a lot of recovery tips across the board. We always say that you can recover from anything. This is something that a lot of people struggle with, and they do not even think about it. This is somebody who has started a credit recovery business all on his own, all from scratch. He has had help from other people in there, but this is his business. This is what he started, and he's from the area. Around here, like I always say, we didn't see a lot of hope. There's not that many routes you could take other than like the steel mill or finding a job at Walmart or something. But to build your own business from scratch, to start growing, to get clients, hundreds of clients from all across the world. Matter of fact, I'll throw he sent me a few of the reviews. I would say they're 5-star reviews, even though they're just directly to him. But look, I'll put those up here. I'll add those either up here or I'll add those at the end of the video. Y'all check him out. I don't want to say his name just yet until we get into the video. I'll let him introduce himself. But before we get started, I got to say, so far, y'all have been absolutely amazing. I apologize for the shirts. I feel like I've been lacking on the sales part. We're going to get more shirts out. We're getting a new order in this month. If you want to get a shirt, reach out to us. We'll take care of you. And now we've had something that's been happening quite recently. So if you've been wondering where we're at, a few of the episodes we've been on Rumble Live trying to grow that audience, grow the following, get people to tune into these live testimonies. One day, this could hopefully be an everyday thing to where we're sharing these stories every single day. But for right now, I still work a 40. I'm pretty sure that a lot of the other people that come in here work a 40. So we got to make sure that we do this in a timely manner. But on the weeks that we don't have an episode on YouTube, where you're seeing this video at, I know it says episode 11, and you're probably wondering where the other ones are. Check out the Rumble. We had a live testimony last week from Theodore. So he's a ringside speaker, a commentator. He wants to one day be as big as Joe Rogan, but right now he's traveled across the world to chase his dreams. He's in Thailand becoming a ringside announcer along Muay Thai fights, these brutal Muay Thai fights. And he's trying to grow his platform the same way we're trying to do here. We're getting people from all walks of life, and that's one that really blew me away. I did not expect us to ever have a listener from Thailand, but somehow, some way, one of these videos made it all the way over there. He reached out and wanted to share the story of what it was like to overcome the things he has in life, to still have faith. You can even get to hear a little bit of how Christianity was for him in Bulgaria, where he was raised. So it's pretty neat to hear these stories of transformation, no matter where it comes from, even if it comes from all the way across the world. We still want to bring these stories to light. So we're growing a live audience on Rumble. Y'all stay tuned for those. I'll try to go live on Facebook eventually. I'm not really sure how to go about that without paying for another subscription, and I can't afford that. So far, we're going to keep doing what we've been doing. I love you all. Oh, we have another big guest coming next month. I can't wait for y'all to check it out. If you know anybody that's in any other fighting organization, boxing, mixed martial arts, jiu-jitsu, any type of fighting industry, please have them reach out to us. We want to share testimonies of what God can do in your life, what you can do in your life if you just put your faith into it. And there's been a lot of people that's reached out. So far we've got 2 big guests coming. We've got a past rapper. We've also got another UFC fighter wanting to come on and share their story. I can't wait for you guys to hear that. Y'all stay tuned. My name is Alex. I love you all.
What's going on? Damian Dee Gordon. People know me as D. I consider myself as I'm an artist, an entrepreneur, a father, and also I am a strong-hearted man, dedicated man, you know. I was born November 17, 1994 up in Luxora, Arkansas. Growing up, I say we were middle class growing up. I really ain't have no bad upbringing, should I say. I mean, mom was there, father was there. You know, I had mentors, people around me that was there, supported me, you know. So I wouldn't necessarily say I had a rough upbringing, but I'm the youngest of 4. I have, on my mother's side, it's 4 of us. I'm the youngest. On my father's side, it's 2 of us. I'm the oldest on that side. I also have a little sister. Growing up in Luxora, Arkansas, there really wasn't too much to do, should I say. So it's like we're more like community as in family-wise, you know. The person next door, even if y'all might not be none of kin, is y'all some kin because we're so family-oriented down here. We're small, so I think the population like 600-700. But my upbringing around here was pretty decent, shall I say. I know just we like a strong, loving community. And school's pretty decent as well. Like growing up, I was like on the verge of smart, shall I say. I had A's and B's throughout my whole high school career. So getting into my grade school, I attended Luxora Elementary, 1st through 6th grade. I had wonderful teachers there. And the cafeteria, shout out to the cafeteria teachers. Elementary, we did everything. Like, as far as community-wise, there wasn't really too much to do. As you can see, this was our main thing that we had to attend to. I fell in love with basketball at a young age, but I played all sports throughout my whole life. I played basketball, baseball, football. I even ran track. But the love of my life was basketball. So going into junior high, that's when we consolidated Realcrest, all the classes around, because Luxora didn't have a junior high or high school. Junior high experience was pretty decent though. I must say it was decent as well. Like, and then again, I was pre-AP, AP, you know, I was pretty intelligent person, you know. Junior high was a new experience for me because we consolidated with Joyner, Kaiser, Dice, Bassett, you know, Wilson. You know, we consolidated with a lot of people. So it was just me, new people, getting acquainted with different faces, as different cultures on their end, you know. Then getting to high school. Oh yeah, also in junior high, 7th grade, I stepped up with the 9th graders. We won district championship that year. That's a little basketball. People make fun of me to this day because I had on some size 12. I don't know, I remember I forgot my shoes. And it was a state championship game. No, not state championship game, it was a district championship game. And I had to wear my cousin's shoes, new size 11. So just imagine 7th grade year, size 11 shoes. So I was just swapping that everywhere. Getting into high school was, as they say, high school is when, you get to start smelling yourself or whatever. So high school was cool too though. Like I can show y'all pictures of me. I was nominated for everything. Class clown, most like to be remembered, biggest flirt. I can say I was the man in high school. You know? I had a good high school year too. I know our 11th grade, we won football, state, track. No, 10th grade. Football, state, track, basketball in the same year. Shout out to Miss Robinson. Cheerleading won consecutive state championships. Oh yeah, also in my high school year, we had started a group called GOK, Gentlemen of Knowledge. Really, I think that was like a little spunk, should I say, in my expansion, because I have a hard time speaking in front of the big crowds because I already talk with a little slur. You know, I slur with my words, and I have a hard time speaking with big crowds. But we travel like all over the world. Not gonna say all over the world, but we had travel like to Washington, Little Rock, a couple more places where we had to get up and speak. So they seen the perspective of young black men. That rewired my mind to notice that as a young black man, I had a voice, as you get what I'm saying. So I think it was like 6 or 7 of us. It started with 6 or 7 of us the first year, just looking on people's faces to see like, okay, these young black men talking like that, or just seeing our perspective on things, community, how we grew up in our neighborhoods. Shout out to Miss Kelly. Lindsay Kelly, she was, I think she came up with the idea to start that group. And it started with like 5 or 6 black men, but towards the next year, it expanded to like 20, 15 people, all different races. And it was going pretty good. I don't know if they still doing it or not, because I graduated since then, but I think that was my turning point for me speaking, like having a voice and people can hear me out. You know what I'm saying? Because at first it was just, I was always to myself. Like, I felt like what's best for me to work things out. I like to be shielded and like covered and closed. I don't like to voice my thoughts, you know. And I think going through that taught me like, hey, it's okay to speak out. Someone can hear you out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to Miss Kelly for that, and shout out to everybody that was on GOK, Gentlemen of Knowledge. That was one of my best experiences in high school too. 19, 20, I had my first daughter, and I can say that really just changed my life around for me having my first child. You know, Gabrielle Gordon. She's 11 now. So I had my first seed. It's kind of, I had to put on my big man pants, you know.
What was the feeling like whenever you first realized, not after you found out you was gonna have a baby, but that first moment whenever, right after you had the baby, you got to hold your daughter? What was that first feeling like?
Oh, well, to be honest, I get weak. Like when I seen that, you know, a lot of blood and whatever, I just got so weak. But my first time holding my daughter is just like, I'm not saying like, it's like you got something to live for, you know what I'm saying? And I'm real big on fatherhood, you know? I'm not only living for myself, but I got another person, another seed I need to live for, you know? It's always your daughter, then it's a girl. So, like they say, your daughter first love will be her father. I had multiple jobs, in and out of jobs, multiple jobs, from the age of 20 all the way to now. But at the time, I think I was at Denso. Then I know I went to AG to Denso, back to AG. And when 2020 hit, when COVID hit, I think the jobs kind of slowed down. I think we got laid off of AG 2020. And I haven't worked since, I think I took 2 years off of work for COVID. Like, due to my kids, like I want my kids to have a bond that sort of say that me and my brothers never did have. I feel like me and my brothers, like, we have a close bond, but our bond is based on, it's like, I'll say like drama. You know what I'm saying? Like drama. We tight, but it's like drama though, as in drama. For an example, like if you touch one of us, all of us coming. But I just want my kids to have. I want my kids to have that same love with each other and that same bond. But it's just I want them to have like, hey sis, what you doing? Or, hey brother, what you doing? You know, like I want them to be best friends. Should I figure speaking? I want them to be like best friends. Like I don't want to go 2 days without talking to my sister, my brother. You know, I want my, because I'm real big on family oriented. I'm real big on that, and that's what I really want for my kids. I really want that, and I'm dedicated to having them around like that. Like I be on FaceTime with them. They all have phones, so if I FaceTime all of them, and I like how we interact and things like that. You know, like I love putting the smile on my kids' face. As you know, like everyone has a push and pull. So let me break it down. Push is like motivation. A pull is what you do it for. A pull for me is my kids. My kids are what I do it for. That's like a pull. And a push is my background, where I'm from. It's like I know it's more out there in life than just this. Just small Luxora, Arkansas. And further on down the line, I had some highs and lows. True being told, I had some highs and lows. And like I told you, when I say I wasn't working from 20 to 22, I was gifted with a talent that caused me not to work. But I wasn't necessarily, like I say, too humble with it. I was too loosely. And it got taken away. The quicker you get it, the quicker you'll leave. And if you don't be humble, you'll leave fast. And I'm not saying I'm not just a cocky, arrogant person. It just, what I had, I should have did more and said no more as well. Because I'm a real giving person. Like I feed anyone. I'm a real giving person. I love to put a smile on other people's faces. Like I say, through all class, all high school, I was a class clown. I was just like the bubble, the energy. Like if I come in the room, I can brighten the room up. I love see people smile, laugh, interact, and from my view now, in my 30s, I learned patience is the key. My saying is anything fast won't last. Like I told you, 2021 was a fast life for me. So on 23, it's starting to get look. 23 was like a little rough year. 2024 was the worst year. 2024 was the worst year. Now I mean that, like I told you, I played sports all my life. I only had one injury, and that was in elementary when I broke my arm. That was the only injury I had. The rest of my life, I think in 2024, it was happening in this gym. We were playing like Towns. I think it was Towns or something like that. No, it was an old school. Anyway, it was like a little community basketball game. And I tore my Achilles. I got a rebound, tried to do a little fast break off a rebound. I just dropped. I didn't know what happened. I thought my cousin stepped on my arm, landed on my leg, but everyone tell me like, nah, D, you by yourself, nothing happened. I heard a pop, and it was my Achilles. And you know, I get thinking like Kobe tore his Achilles, Klay Thompson, Kyrie Irving. I'm like, you know, and they say that's a serious injury, which it was, because I can say that injury woke me up. Not trying to get too religious, but God works in mysterious ways. That injury sat me down. That injury made me reevaluate myself. It opened my eyes to a lot of things. So speaking of that, I lost my job because I was working at MCCDC. Like I love being around kids. Like in this community, I'm a mentor. I got a mentor in college that I'm at ANC. I got a mentor there. Like I'm all for the kids. I know in the summertime, prior to me hurt my Achilles, I think we did a fundraiser. Not a fundraiser, but a fun day. I popsicles, car wash, and all that. Anything for the kids, like I'm all with it. Like I even coach now. What the world is that?
I want the roof to come down.
Man. Like I even coach now. I've been coaching for like 4 years, since 2022. I've been coaching since 2022. And I just love the kids, man. But 2023 has kind of woke me up. No, 2024, because I had my tutor Achilles, okay. Now we're finna get into the nitty gritty. 2024, that's my enemy year. The reason I say that because I'm big, that injury sat me down. I got the researching. Like I love the research thing. I love to learn new things. You got to be a student to everything. You have to be a student. You never want to be the smartest in the room or the richest in the room. Never, because you always want to learn. Every day you should wake up to learn something new every day. You never want to be Mr. Know-it-all. So that injury sat me down, and I think one day I was on IG, Instagram, and I had to find a way because, like I say, I tore my Achilles. I couldn't work. I lost my job because I tore my Achilles. So I had to find another way to make an income. Like I'm starting over again. 2023 was a rough year. Like I told you, I lost everything. I couldn't supply for my kids. That was a bad year for me. 2023, 24, that was some rough years for me. What I've learned, don't take anything for granted, and also every loss should be a lesson. Every loss should be a lesson. So when I took my Achilles, I converted into the critic business. Like I say, I was fiddling around on IG and I seen a person, I can't remember his name, but you know, they go rich off critic. So I got into the critic industry and I was learning about the critic. So prior to that, I dig deep about the critic, do my own little research. And I started seeing people get funded, like not just some small money, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000. I seen people turn to millionaires just off of credit. And where I'm from, we don't talk about credit as much. I didn't know credit was just that powerful. And it's a lot of things you can do with credit. Credit is way more powerful than money. You can have all the money in the world, but you can't just go buy a house. You gotta have your credit. You can't just like with the car dealership at the car lot. You go up there with bad credit, I promise you they're gonna raise the interest rate up. So instead of you paying for a $20,000 car, you might have bad credit, it may be $28,000, $30,000 car. So like I say, the Achilles was the best and worst thing that happened to me at the same time because it made me sit down and I got to expand and open my mind more. Dive into the critic situation. I was studying critics since 2024, and here it is 2026. So I was doing it for about 2 years. Right, the first 3 to 6 months, I was learning, studying it, like getting into depth. I was watching podcasts. I was reading about it, looking up, doing my own little research. And I've learned, if it doesn't work the first time, you should never quit. You should always be relentless and keep going because my first package my first mentor with the critic was, I say it wasn't too well of an experience. And I paid $500. And then it so happened someone went half on it with me. And I paid $250. The other person paid $250. And I joined the little mentor packages. The mentorship from off the IG, it showed me a lot. But sometimes I'm like a hands-on learner. That's what type of learner. I'm a hands-on learner. I like to be able to call you. I like to be able to text, reach out. That was just like a little template. You know how people have a test? Okay, you got this test. Here go the book. There you go. Like I don't like to learn like that. So it's like once I paid this fee, I ain't hear from him again. Not to neglect anyone's business. Just it wasn't my cup of tea, my speed. But he had some gems in his playbook. He had some gems that I also learned about. But I partnered with this person named Stu. Shout out to my homeboy Stu. We also, he created, because we was in the same mentorship group, and he was just dropping gems. And I can, how you reading comments and reading this, and it was like, this person being like solid, like I'm big on energy. So it was like, he was like a solid person, and I reached out to him. We exchanged contacts. Next thing you know, he formed this Brothers Emotion. And I think it's like 10 of us from all different places. Atlanta, Cali. I'm the only one from Arkansas. We got Charlotte, Carolina, the Bay Area. We got people from Canada, people from everywhere. And me joining that group, that also taught me a lot. Like, that was one of the best decisions I made, because they dropped so many gems in there for free. Like, it was all love, like brothers with motion. It was real deal, all love. And when I say I learned so much within that group, and I was okay, I'm gonna put it out. Arkansas, we the last people. We last to learn anything, figure out stuff, we last. So just feel like it's a diagram. I'm at the bottom and everyone else way above me. They didn't kick me, they didn't bash me. They also told me, all you gotta do is start. That's all I had to do was start. They say it's two best time to grow a tree. 200 years ago and now. If anyone else had heard that quote. So it just, me being in that environment, because you are what you are the company you keep. So me being in that environment, it taught me, you don't have to make $10,000 a month like some of these folks, $5,000 a month. Just start. So when I went on my credit run, I did like 4 or 5 people for free. My first like 5, 6, 7 people, it was for free. Just see if I can get my feet wet and do it. I did my own. So when I started getting good at it, I kept going, started getting good at it. My prices even went up. And that's when I'm starting to escalate and elevate. But like I say, if these brothers didn't push me and tell me, hey, D, just start, just go for it. Like, everyone doesn't know everything. You get what I'm saying? So just like, we're going to put it like the Krabby Patty. Anybody watch SpongeBob? So the Krabby Patty. So SpongeBob didn't make the bun. He didn't make the lettuce. He didn't make, you know what I'm saying? But he formed everything together with what he had, and it formed the Krabby Patty, the secret recipe. So, I just started, and then when I started, I learned more gems. I learned about credit union and big banks. So let me break it down to that. Credit union is like a relationship bank. Credit union like Navy Federal, DCU, PenFed, all them credit unions. Success Credit Union, anything that has credit union is a credit union. Like big banks like Chase, BOA. So the difference between those banks, the credit union are relationship-based banks. I've seen and I've witnessed and I've done people that have 630, 640 credit scores and walk out the bank with $25,000 credit cards. They get personal loans. So the difference between regular banks and credit union banks are relationship banks. Relationship banks are, this is, I'm gonna drop this gem with y'all. As in credit union, what you wanna do is build your trust. It's trust. Build your trust with the banks and they give you anything you want. As far as that, products. Like when Navy Federal, I'm gonna give y'all Navy Federal play. You join Navy Federal, you should open up a checking, saving, flagship, a CD, the Oops account, and also do, I say 2 shared loans, pledge loans. So do 2 of those, that's 7 products with that one bank alone. Do that with multiple banks, you can be walking around with 100 to 150, 200,000 in credit line. So what I mean by that, for people that don't know what a pledge loan is, it's pledge loan with Navy Federal, but other banks call it shared loan. So how that goes is, basically what are you doing is you're using your own money. It's starting your checking account. You're gonna put your own money. Let's say you do 500 in the checking account. They're gonna you transfer it to your savings account. They're gonna take the money out your savings account, your own money. So you're leveraging your own money. Savings account, they're gonna hold it, put a hold to a pledge loan. After 24 to 48 hours, you pay 80% of that back. So just say you do 1,000. You do 1,000. 2 or 3 days, 24 hours later, you pay 800. That's 80% paid off a loan. So when they're gonna look to other banks or the lenders on your credit report, they're also gonna look like, oh, he's good with money. He's good with paying back. That's all. That's why I be trying to explain to folks, credit can just borrow money. That's all it is, borrow money. So I know people be like, hey, D, I want to have a 750 credit score. Can you help me? I want to have 850 credit score. My thing is, how's your profile structure? That's what a credit is really based on, your profile structure. So that's on-time payment history, your credit mix, your credit length, which you can add trade lines to, trade lines to boost your credit length up, years up. What else is it? Utilization. It's a lot of stuff that goes up in this credit, but people always want to just talk about the credit score. And it's way more than just the credit score. Like you can have a 700 and a person that's with a 640 can walk out with the bank with 150,000. So that's why I try to teach people, like it's way more than just a credit score. I can share this little story about my niece. She had texted me like a month ago. She's like, hey, how much I can get with this? And she had a 700. I said, look at your, I said, let me see your profile structure. She just was 19, so I know it went right. So she just had like one card or something like that. I'm like, you can't get nothing with that. You can't get anything. And I had to break it down to her. Like it's way more than just the points, but most people go off points. And I'll be preaching to folks like, people mess up their credit like 10 years and they want to fix within 2 weeks. Everything takes time. I'm not knocking no one else's business or what they doing, but I don't promote no come to me 5 days, it'll be a sweep. I don't promote that. I try to do my business legit and be fully transparent with you guys. So I have 3 packages that I'm selling right now. I have the monthly. The monthly is $150, where I just strictly remove all derogatory negative items off your report. I have the 700. You can split that up into two payments. Like you can give me 200 this week. In 2 weeks, you give me 500. However you want to split it, 350, where I delete all your negative and derogatory items off your report, and I also help you build it. And I have the Expedite 850. It's a one-time payment. Expedite is the fastest plan I got. I be trying to delete all derogatory negative items 4 months or less. 4 months or less. 4 months or less. I tend to not give people time because I try to give myself some leg room. So I tend not to give people time, and everyone's profile is different. I don't know what's on there until I see it. So everyone's profile is different, and I do my distribution in a different way than I see most people do it. So what I do is I go through CFPB. Some people never heard of CFPB. They don't know about CFPB. CFPB is like they're over Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. So instead of me going to Experience TransUnion Equifax, I go directly to CFPB. There are consumer laws. They can do consumer laws. 9 times out of 10, if you see TransUnion Equifax or Experian got sued, 10 out of 10 CFPB done it. So that's just like this. For instance, if you had a job and you having trouble with team lead, you wouldn't go to that team lead. You'll go to the supervisor. So that's basically what the CFPB is. CFPB is over Experience TransUnion Equifax and work relations. So contrary to that, I also, on my time down, I got hooked on numerology and Chinese astrology. Yeah. So when I started digging into numerology and Chinese astrology, I'm a dog. I was born in 1994, that's a dog. So like I was telling you guys, my enemy year is a dragon. 2024 was a dragon year, and 2025, that was a snake year. A snake year as in, 2025, I lost, I'm not gonna say lost because they're not dead, but I just, let me say, outgrown, or should I say, maneuvered around my old past of relationship bonds, friendships, or whatever. So it's like my mindset is way different. No, just because we're not friends, we're not enemies. I don't have no enemies, though, and I still love each and every one of them to this day. But it was like 2025 was a snake year, and it's like I shed, like it was a whole new me. They say a man doesn't reach his prime until he's 30. As you can say, women mature more than men. So 2025, I was 30, and it was like, I woke up. My mind, I had a different mindset. I think different. I react less. I'm not emotional. And numerology, I learned numerology like this too. It's based on your birthday. So what you do, you say your name. I was born 11/17/94. So my birth year, my birth month, and the birthday, and you break all that down, add it together, break all that down, and you get your life path number. I am a master number. Master numbers are 11, 22, and 33. I am a 6 and a 33. So it's very unique to be two numbers. So I'm a master number 33, and I'm a life path 6 too. So I got into entrepreneur when I tore my Achilles and I couldn't work. So I had to find a way to get residual incomes coming in. That's when I turned the lead to credit business. And I got to sell clothes. I even did a clothing brand for my business called GWO. Okay, this is my clothing brand. It's coming in a little bag like this. It's a crop jersey. It has the number 28. Numerology 28 is a symbol of new beginnings, leadership, and self-made success. 2 is represent loyalty, partnership, and teamwork. 8 symbolize power, money, ambition, and karmic growth. A number balance between intuition and drive. Speaks to those who rise through hustle and unity. Worn by leaders, visionaries, and grinders. Attract energy of respect, growth, and influence. Teaches a lesson. Lead with loyalty, win with integrity. And they come in a bag like this, 28. And this is my personal customized one. I got me and my son one, and this is how it looks. It's a crop jersey. It has a blue rhinestone. It got my logo right here, the General Well. and it has the GWO on the back. GWO stands for Generational Wealth Opportunity. That's my brand. That's my business name. Oh yeah, for sure, off the bat. Yes, sir. I really believe that. I believe he had to sit me down to lift me up. Sometimes your blessing, you'll miss out your big blessing from the ones around you. So I feel like when I took my Achilles, I really seen who was with me and who wasn't with me. So I feel like once I removed the certain people that wasn't supposed to be in my life or just meant for me in a good way, I feel like that's when my blessings started to show and started to come. So now I just really be to myself all the time, for real. And I really do believe everything happened for a reason. Because I figured if I never took my Achilles, I would never got into critic, I would never sat down, I would never reevaluate myself or nothing like that. You know, there's always signs. It always signs. That's how I got into this numerology, because I started seeing the same number. Things starting to add in a certain way. It was just the signs, like everything came as one. And I believe what you put in the universe and what you get out.
All right, we're back again. So we are going to be doing a little shout out section here in the middle. And I just want to say, everybody that's helped this thing grow so far, I absolutely love you. I want to give a shout out to Indigo Outpost. We finally put out a few of the donations, even though I want to say we're not getting in thousands of dollars. It's been $20 here and there. And so far, those $20 here and $20 there have made a bigger difference than a lot of people imagine. So here soon, whenever we get the shirts out, if you want to help us out, matter of fact, if you want to follow the page, if you want to help support what we do, go support the Patreon. Or if you want to keep it simple, you can even buy us a coffee. Go to buymeacoffee.com. I'll put the link right up here. But check us out. Go to buymeacoffee.com. Throw us a coffee one time. $5, $7. We even have a membership on there. If you want to see exclusive content, you're more than welcome to follow that one as well. It will be updated every single day with new content. So if y'all want to follow that one, you're more than welcome. I would love it if you did, because you're going to help bring more of these stories to light. But so far, this thing's been a blessing. I got to give a big shout out to Soldiers in Christ Arise. Hank, you are awesome. I can't wait to bring you on so you can share your story. Trebles at the Treble Show, you're the man. And shout out to Drew with Speak In Codes. He's brought me on a couple of times for a few episodes. And it was pretty awesome because we got to get together as the group. We got a bunch of friends in this podcasting game, and to get a lot of us together and to be able to just kind of express ourselves on different platforms. And that, I don't mind it. If you're a conspiracy platform, if you're an occult platform, I don't really care what you are, because my job is to plant that seed. I don't care where I get to plant that seed at. So if that means coming on any podcast to share the story of hope or just transformation or the things that can change somebody's life, please reach out to us. We don't mind it. We have love from all over the place. Big shout out to the Occult Rejects. They've had a few big appearances these past few weeks. Big shout out to them. And one last shout out. So we have a very, very special guest coming this week. She'll be getting filmed for a testimony, and I'll even get to film a conspiracy episode for my conspiracy guys here soon. So we are going to have Danny from Rabbit Hole Podcast on the scene. So whenever y'all see her, we may end up doing a live episode. I'm not really sure about that, so y'all hold off on that. But if we do, that'll be Saturday night, so keep your eyes open. She's coming into town. We'll get to film her. I can't wait for y'all to hear her testimony. We'll hop back into it. The podcast starts here in just a second. I think Dee might have a little bit more to say, but I love you all. Y'all stay tuned. What's going on, everybody? My name is Alex. Welcome to the Testimony Podcast. We had a pretty lit episode last night. We had a ringside announcer from Thailand. He's planning on he's growing his program, growing his business. The goal for him is to eventually be announcing alongside Dana White and helping Joe Rogan and stuff. Like, he wants to be a big time producer, but he never would have got to that place without taking those steps. So we got another person in today who started in a place that they felt they had no guidance. There was no place to step forward without a little bit of thought. And I always say, you pray about something that's going to happen, but like when you actually let God lead the path and you take the step that he lays out for you, you'll never imagine what could come from it. So we got to hear an amazing testimony from somebody who's been around that. I grew up around them. I went to school with them, and it's nice to be able to bring people in who's close to home who, again, I'm from the same county. I didn't see any potential here. My man grew into it. He's got his own business, got his own brand. But if you don't mind, man, go ahead and introduce yourself again.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Dee Gordon. I am an entrepreneur. I run a credit business. I'm a father, and I'm a dedicated young black man.
I love it. So D, man, whenever you were talking about your kids, you mentioned a little bit about elementary, but I want to dive in talking about your kids first, because that's when I noticed you started, I ain't gonna say getting emotional, but I could see the spark in your eye, man. Was that the one thing that kind of was your pivot point? Was that what made you want to make a change? Like, all right, I gotta step into some big boy shoes now. Not the ones you was talking about, the shoes in the basketball game, but the ones that's gonna feel for the kids.
Yeah, yes, sir. It's just like, as a father, you always want, as a parent, you want your kids' childhood to be better than yours, you know what I'm saying, off the back. So
man,
when I started having my kids, it's just, like I was saying, it's a push and pull thing. You have certain things that push you, motivate you, like that's gonna push me, but it's another thing that's a pull. I feel like everyone should have a push and pull, because sometimes motivation just doesn't get it. I can motivate you all that you want,
man,
but if you don't have that pull, that integrity to get it that gut, to get it from the gut, like you won't succeed. Because motivation won't get it. I can talk and bash you, like drill it in your head. You gotta do this, you gotta do that. I'm trying to motivate you, even if it's positive motivation. But if you don't have the dignity in yourself, the urge to get to yourself, and that's what my kids are for me. My kids are my pool. Like, I don't want my kids to be suffering, wanting for anything, you know?
Yeah, I love that. I like the way you described that too. So in a sense, the way I felt is, it's kind of like whenever you about to go to a football game. I'm not big by any means. I'm 5'8". In high school, I was like 5'6", maybe 150. I was not big, but we played football. So like you go in,
though.
bro.
You gotta put that up. Use a hard hitter though.
I respect that. I tried to hold on.
Yeah.
But like it's different. It's like we get before a game and you start listening to like Never Scared or We Ready. You getting hyped. But if I never put the practice in, I was a hard hitter, but I wasn't out there trying to learn football. I was baseball. I was baseball all the way. So that was my mindset was, if I could just make it through football season, I'm good.
Right.
But still, before the game, I'm out there listening to those songs. Like, I'm finna go out there and just hurt somebody. But I didn't put the work behind it.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't finna go out there and get a D1 scholarship that way. Now, my size probably would have held that back a lot more too. But if I'd have put the time in, I know guys that's my size that's playing Major League ball, NFL ball, like.
Right.
But they had that determination, that fire in them. They wanted to take that step. Where it's different. So like, there's people, again, if you're listening to it, look at it deeper than just the football. If you're looking at it as you wake up every day and you have that thought like, man, I want to do this. It's out of my reach. Like, even with the podcasting thing, I thought it was out of my reach. Starting a credit business, of all things, it seems so wild to want to do those. But if you don't have that idea, and even if you get the idea, but if you don't take that step to make the effort to start that idea, you'll never get anywhere.
Yes, like I was saying, it's only two times, best times to start a tree. It's 200 years ago and now. We won't know unless you try it. You won't know unless you try it. And I rephrase things to money because, people love money. So, hey, if you're trying to be a millionaire, you a trillionaire, a billionaire, you know what letters those have in them? L's. Man. L's. You can't spell a million without an L. You can't spell trillion without L's. And there's multiple L's, more than once. Like, I feel like people get into the mind frame of being perfect based off social media, comparing and contrasting their life to other people. Like, social media, you're only gonna see the good. Yes, like I say, with any big time or idolizer, people that be idolizing, like, you only see their good side, you don't see the bad side. You know what I'm saying? So, like, just stick to it. Start it, stick with it, and keep going.
I love that. It's like we share stories all the time of people showing that determination it takes to get from step, not even, I don't want to say step one to the final step, but just taking that first step's all you got to do. And so, like, you got people coming in for credit help. Like, I know it's a different feel, especially as a young cat, because you might have folks that are coming in older than you, and you know how it is whenever you older, you wiser, and you don't want to listen to nothing the young buck got to say.
Right.
But it's different whenever you know that you can help these folks. Like, you actually got a way. Credit, I don't know if y'all take it serious or not, but you will. If you're young and you're listening to this, please start early. If you're older and you're listening to this and you feel like you've kind of fallen in a hole like I have, climb out. Or there's stuff you can do. talk to folks like Dee. Like I never would have thought ever starting a credit business.
Right.
And I've worked alongside, like I worked at a dealership, and please don't hold that against me. I sold cars, but I was trying to be nice about it. Like people hear car salesman and they think sleazy, sleazeball, like it was nothing like that. That's why I didn't like doing it, because you have folks coming in, like say you got a nurse. She went to school for her job, right? $13 an hour. You paid a school to go to school for this, and you only make it $13 an hour. You got a full-time job, and now you're trying to get a car, but your credit's like a $650. Even then, that sounds good, but $13 an hour is a hang-up at the bank.
Also, student loan.
Bruh.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a student loan, so they're gonna be in debt. So you drowning in debt already.
Bro, that's me. I'm sick. I'm trying to hide from that phone call. I'm waiting on them to keep calling me. Student loans are no joke. But seriously though, if you think about starting not even just starting a business, but if you want to start out getting a car, house, or anything, you got to focus first on your credit. Bank's not gonna say yes if you got a 500 credit score. Like he was saying, he might know folks with 600s walking out with a deal. Credit union is the way to go. Credit union is the way to go. And if you're like me, don't go to a dealership expecting them to be right to you. I worked there, they still did me wrong. So please, respect the game. They're trying to make money just like we are.
I was a car salesman too.
Really?
I did that for roughly about a year.
It's a hard job.
I was pretty good at it too though.
Man, I don't know. Like I want to say I was good at it, but I had a bad past. Like I know how to get people to say yes, which is a bad thing. Like if I got a lady who I know I'm digging in a hole and she finna get approved.
But you were just doing your job.
Bruh, see that's what sucks about it. And everybody
was a salesman. You sold a car, you know. I get what you're saying. You're a salesman, but
I hated that because and you're right. I'm doing my job, and then people get outside of that. Like with me, I'm so upset at the folks that sold me my car, and I worked for them when I bought it. You know what I mean? Like I expected them to do right, but again, it's a job. Everybody look at like you said. Everybody look at money, and that's what I was. I was another dollar to them.
Right.
When you get to a dealership, first thing they're gonna do, if you want to go work for one, and the first thing they say is bring your family and friends in. Don't do it. See what happens.
Speaking of dealership, just because you're on it, I advise anyone based on a credit thing, like if you got a credit union or you've been banking with your bank for a long time. So what they don't tell you at the car dealership, instead of you going to the car dealership and letting them hit you with interest rate or letting them find you a lender, you go to your own personal bank. Get an auto loan from your own bank. They're gonna lower the interest rate and you're gonna pay the car off in whole. That's it. And then you'll lower your interest rate. You'll wipe the car dealership interest out completely out. Just for instance, like you come with a cash check, an auto loan check from your bank. You don't tell them. Not trying to.
No, you're right. You speaking nothing but facts, brother. You ain't doing nothing but helping the people and hurting the dealership because they just trying to hurt. They just trying to hurt us. That's the whole thing. They trying to make money too.
You don't go in and say, hey, I got a auto check from a bank. Nah, you just do it the regular way. And then when it's time to pay, you pull out the auto check. You know what I'm saying? You can leave it out with lower interest rate, and you won't have a little tab. The only tab you'll have is paying your own personal bank back. And 9 times out of 10, you probably can set that up however you want to pay your money.
Spitting heat. And I gotta say, we gotta tone it back a little bit because these folks, I want to make sure that y'all know. So whenever we get done, I'm gonna throw his QR code up there. Y'all follow his pages. If you want to get credit help, you don't have to go seek out these big, expensive credit advisors. Find somebody local. Find somebody that knows what they're doing and wants to help the people. A lot of the times, like he was saying a while ago, everybody looks at money. You might catch these folks from, I don't want to say bigger corporations because I don't want to get myself in trouble, but you'll see these people who come in that are just doing their job. They're just doing their job. Whether they make commission on it or not, find the folks that really care about helping you.
Right.
Find folks like Dee. Like I grew up with them, so if I was to spend my money trying to get them to help my 500, maybe a 500 credit score, like that's the thing is like, I'm not gonna go looking out for a big time group that's just trying to, all right, well, if we can't help him, we can't help him, but he's still gonna spend the money. Whereas I know if I spend my money with you, you're gonna try to help me.
Off the back.
And not even just trying to help me, but you're gonna try to guide me through every step through the process, trying to help me help other people. And that's what I love. Like, so if y'all need help, bro, please don't wait until it's too late to where you're like, all right, it's time to go buy a whip. Now you're in the dealership looking crazy because your credit score looking sick.
But I'm glad you said it because, around this time it's like tax time. So I have a lot of people reaching out to me, hey, can you do it in next month and all that? You know what I'm saying? We don't gotta wait to the urgency. You know what I'm saying? Like, I put it an example as your phone. Like, for instance, your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Your phone, you're going to charge your phone when it hit 20%,
Man.
30%. Oh, let me put my phone on charge. You're not going to wait till it hit 1%, then try to put on the charger. It's going to be dead by then.
Man.
That's how we need to look at credit. Like, don't wait till the last minute, then try to get your credit fixed. Like, we need to install that. I'm glad you said it. Install it in our kids while we're young. So, going back to my kids, like, my goal, by the time they like 18, they're gonna have a perfect credit score.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
I'll be building that and generating that. I'm starting when they 13. Soon they hit 13. Like, you don't even gotta wait till you 18. Start 13. You can build a profile up. By the time they 18, they can get whatever they want.
Man.
You know?
So that's why we bring folks like Dee on, man. It's not just about trying to promote his business or promote the Instagram. None of that. It's about what he's really trying to instill, and that's not just loving his kids, but trying to build a foundation for them. So when they do hit the age that we was talking, like, once you get out of school, paying bills ain't no fun. Paying bills ain't no fun. And if you're lucky enough to still be in college, being able to stay with somebody, I ain't trying to say milk it, and I'm sorry for the parents hearing it, but milk it as long as you can. My word, I hate paying bills. That's the one thing that just, you know, when you're in school, the first thing you want to do is get out of school. I want to graduate. I want to be an adult. And you got to buy big boy things, and that ain't no fun. Like, That's why credit is a big deal. But the fact that you're just trying to instill it in your kids young, you're trying to instill a foundation for them young, so that when they get into the position that we were in, that kind of, I don't want to say lost in the sauce, but we just free roaming, man. Like, you got a great family. Miss Gordon is absolutely amazing. And for those of y'all that don't know, his mom picked me up and rode me around the town. I got to take pictures of his old properties and everything. And it's nice to be able to be with somebody who, we're almost 30, or you're over 30 now, aren't you? 31. You graduated with Kaylee, so yeah, you're 31. I'm about to be 30, we're almost there. And to still have his mom who wants to be a part of his life, you know, a lot of people take that for granted. And to have family that still wants to be around you, family that's still actively trying to help you be a better version of yourself. Because I don't know, you didn't say it, but I can only assume you didn't do the whole credit thing on your own. Not just like from the ground running. I know you probably did it like your hands-on work, but you always had that. I don't want to speak for you, but was your mom always behind you the whole time? You had your family.
Oh, of course, off the back. My mom wants to support anything I do. She's like the glue.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So she gonna support anything I do.
We talked a little bit about your kids and everything. Now, there's one thing that I really wanted us to hint on, and I don't think it's still a thing in the school, but gentlemen of knowledge. So when we was in school, it was not around until Deshaun and them got into, was it high school when y'all started it?
High school.
It's in high school. So we didn't have nothing like this. I don't want to say we didn't have a potential to grow, but we had no platform for the young adults to get together to grow. So like, we had the teachers who were trying to help. We had the coaches who were trying to help. But again, they're working a job. Like, that's their job. So they come in, they're working a 40 just like everybody else, and coaches are there a lot longer. So they got to put in the time, but they also got to make sure that the gym's taken care of, the field's taken care of. So you can't expect them to put their 100% time in it. Whereas when they started Gentlemen of Knowledge, it was a group of young guys. Did y'all have a teacher that was in charge of that? Or was it just all y'all?
It was Miss Kelly.
Miss Kelly, dude, I love that.
Miss Kelly.
Because I don't think, she ain't remember Chris no more, is she? No. I think she moved.
I think she moved.
Yeah, Miss Kelly was awesome. But like, they started this group called the Gentlemen of Knowledge. And what it was is, I'm white, so I don't want to say it was just a group of young black folks trying to get together and start something that they felt didn't have, but like, it was more like a family thing. And not just like, you can only be family to get in, more like whenever they got into this, it's how can I help you grow, but also how can we help him grow? How can we help him grow? Right. And you know, it's funny because it's exactly what happened. The first year it was about 5, 6, 7 of y'all.
Correct.
But I think the next year, I was trying to get into it, but it was already full, and there was no cap limit. But you know, it's full when you got 20 kids who are all trying to do something that's brand new. And you know, he was humble about it. I respect that he was humble about it. But they traveled across the nation talking about this. And you know, after they graduated, it slowly fell apart from the school. And I'm not saying the school fell apart, but the Gentleman of Knowledge it doesn't have a basis in the school anymore. And that was something that I just assumed it was going to stay around forever.
But you know, she left after that too, though. I believe that's why it fell apart.
Oh yeah, you got to have a teacher that's going to be there for you too. Right. Like, again, you can't expect young kids to come together, young students to be in the same school and just be able to have full reins of at the time, it probably didn't seem as big as what it was. As an adult now, looking back, I cherish being around stuff like that because you had friends who were around you, not just trying to help you be a better friend or a better person. Y'all was trying to grow grades. Like you said, you was an honor graduate. Like, y'all made the steps to better each other.
Right.
And we don't have that now. Like, Rivercrest, I don't know what's going on with Rivercrest, but it feels like a private school. It ain't what it used to be. Like, it's nothing like whenever y'all won state, like the cotton patch, like going on the field from the gym. Now everything is all like, they got the brand new turf field. I think the baseball stadium's got lights now. Like, we didn't have that back then. But we also don't have, we don't have the camaraderie anymore. We don't have the people trying to get together. So that's kind of the reason why we're starting this. You know, I want to bring people in who can share the story of where, like, again, this is Lux. A lot of people look at Lux like it's just on the backside of the county. Nobody thinks about Lux. I used to be in Lux a lot. And what I loved about it was you could always come to this gym and it don't matter what's going on, it's going to be people in here that's going to care about you.
Right.
Not just trying to, you know, you come in, you can hoop, but these folks actually care.
Feed you and everything.
Bruh. I don't think I mentioned it yet, but Charles Straw Community Center here in Lux, that's where we're filming this at. This is a place from like when I was a kid. I don't want to say I played because I rode the bench, but I played basketball here. And like it brings back the memories, but I didn't know that this place would still be up and running. On our end of the county, all this stuff shut down. The old gym we played in, you can't get into it.
Oh, yeah.
Shawnee's gone. Like Dice, the gym I don't even know if the school's still up down at Dice no more. And then come in here, they still got the lights on. When I walked in, Coach Brown was still coaching young girls here in the gym. Like, this place is still thriving. And that's what the community needs, not just here in Lux. A lot of people overlook this, and this is a thriving facility. Like, it brings in community, it brings in family. You still got the heart in the building.
Right.
Whereas a lot of places, it feels like it disappeared. Like, especially on our end, man, the gym that we used to play ball in, the one that our elementary gym, like the one that we used to have to, it was old school. We would change to go like, what do you call it? The locker room was in the back of the gym next to a pool that didn't have no water in it.
Yeah,
like, it was about 3 feet from falling into some pretty bad water. Like but it's pretty neat now that, you know, a place like this still thriving, still has family, still got the lights on, All the other places shut down. And that's what I love about Lux, man. It's not just about the town. It's not just about the community center. It's about community itself.
We're real family oriented down here. I can get that about us. We're real family oriented down here.
Dude,
So
awesome,
that's why
man.
I was telling you, like, the person next door may not be no kin to you, but that's your cousin, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, we're just one whole family down here because we're so small. So we don't have no choice but to really stick together.
Oh, that's neat, dude. When I pulled up, I was out here with the camera and some young cats was walking up and they was like, hey, Ray, you filming from Google Maps? Now, they was just trying to see what was going on. I was like, no, man, I'm shooting a documentary. And I told them who I was shooting of. I think one of them said it was your cousin. But they was just so friendly. I was like, oh, bro, that's so dope, man. I was just being nice about it. And I was like, man, whenever we was kids, it was not like that. We see a dude with the camera. We was tyrants. We was bad kids. I don't know about Dee, but on our end, we was reckless and we shouldn't have been. And that's, I got humbled in a different way. But like, God humbled me. I almost lost it all. That's why, like you were saying, your patience is key. I was not patient at all, dude. I wanted to make it happen today, and if it didn't happen today and I couldn't get a piece of it tomorrow, I'm just gonna drop it. It was done. I wasn't gonna do it no more. And like, did it feel like that for the credit business? You said it was a little hard at first, but
like I was saying about the Brothers in Motion group, everyone was above me. Everyone was above me. It was some people making $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month. I know one person now is making like $50,000 a month.
Bro, that's
one day funding. They leveraging credit. See, the objective is to clean it, build it, leverage it. And some people in our group have funding businesses. So what they do is you come in with your profile structured the correct way, not just a 700 credit score, profile structured the correct way. They can fund you for $100, $150, $200,000, and we take 10% of it. So if I fund you for $100,000 to start your business, instead of you installing your own money, you can leverage your credit and go to the banks. If you got $100,000, I'm pretty sure you want my ID. You gave me 100. Here you go 10. You know what I'm saying? And you can start your business or like anything you want to do.
Now, with him saying that, a lot of people might hear that and be like, oh man, 10% is wild. If you know somebody that's gonna do your taxes on the side, I promise you they're gonna ask for more than 10% of your tax money. So don't act like, you know, I always have to throw that in, because when anybody mentions a 10% of anything, they always question like, oh man, 10% seems like a lot, because it's interest. Everybody sees interest when they hear 10%. But when you think about it, I remember my mom and them going back, instead of going to H&R Block, they go to the dude down the street and he gonna take every bit of about 35-40% of your tax money, and oh yeah, you got your money in 2 weeks instead of going through the other folks.
But everything, it takes money to get money. Like
Exactly.
you don't want to have that small minded mindset.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to have that.
I know you were saying it was a little different trying to start the business, but do you feel, I don't want to say flourishing, but do you feel like you're growing at the right pace now?
Oh yes, sir. Absolutely. Like from my perspective, the best advertisement is the promote I get from my clients. So,
Yes, sir.
like, if you don't know, like in school, I was like rah rah loud. I was the class clown. When I got older, I kind of mellowed down. I'm always a laid back, chill person, but I'm just saying I was like spotlight all the time. So it's just like I don't really just be on social media as much to promote my business as I should. So I take dignity and pride in, if I got a client, I'm gonna work my best and be full transparent with that client because I want that client to promote me. I feel like that's the best promotion than me paying ads or anything. Word of mouth spreads way faster, and it's the best advertisement I can get. So once I started seeing that, I really was like, okay, you know how you pat yourself on the back? You know what I'm saying? But like I say, everything has its pros and cons. So I did get down a couple times because some people kind of, you know, but I have to look at it like this. McDonald's is $1 billion industry. But guess what? Everybody doesn't eat McDonald's.
Man.
You get what I'm saying? So instead of me trying to be a people pleaser, I move off results. Like,
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So if I can, this is what I guarantee my people. So when a client comes to me, I say within the first month or 2 weeks, you'll see some results. I emphasize some results. Whether it's a point, some came off, you'll see some results because people like fast results regardless of what it is. They like fast results. So at first I started off with a few clients. Now to this day, I done over 100 some clients.
Dude.
Like as of right now, I have like 40 to 50 clients that's revolving monthly around me.
Let's go. Let's go. And that didn't start with 10 clients already. That started with one client. And now you already, bro, people don't take that. People take a lot of stuff like this in business for granted. But when you starting to do something on your own, grinding from the very first step, that first client, now you that's nuts. I would have assumed maybe 15 folks a month, like nothing crazy. Man. You know, I didn't, dude. So you actually have a lot more on your plate than I would have imagined. A lot more on your plate.
Yes, sir. And what really got me into it, like I told you about my Achilles, I had to find something because I couldn't work, and I wasn't too big on work from home jobs, sitting at the computer. You know what I'm saying? So I had to find something because at the end of the day, my responsibility don't stop, bills don't stop. So I had to find something, and I like high demand things.
Man,
credit is a high demand because someone that needs their credit fixed regardless. Somebody needs your credit fixed. 9 times out of 10, when I fix one person's credit, it's gonna be a friendship, a family member, someone around them, they're gonna come to me next. And yes, I do referrals too. Like if you look out for me, you scratch my back, I scratch your back too though. That's just me though. Like I'm in the business of also giving back because like I say, I do anything for the kids. I feed anyone. Like you can't spell success without us.
Man.
So
Preach.
I feel like in order for me to get my blessings, I have to be a blessing.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to pay it forward. Like you can't be you could be a big business, but like he said, McDonald's, not everybody likes McDonald's, but it's still $1 billion business, right? It's crazy. And people don't see that, but like I saw a post the other day. You'll have somebody that won't support a small business. Mess up one time, they'll stop supporting small business.
Off the bat.
One time.
Correct.
You go to McDonald's and mess up your order, I guarantee you're going to go back.
You're going to go back. I'm glad you said that. And then the thing that I had with my clients, well, a couple of them is just the credit monitoring. In order for me to help you, you have to help me.
Man.
Like, I don't want you to come to me and, okay, I pay him, he finna fix my credit, I'm done. No, you have to still be on it. You got to pay your credit monthly fees, and also you got to pay your bills on time. sometimes people come to me, they think, oh, I gave him the money, he gonna fix my credit. Late payments, collections, they go apply for things. Like, no, you're gonna have to help me help you. So we gotta come as one. That's why I love you can call me anytime. Like, even if I'm at work, that's why I try to be so personal with people. Man. I try to be like, sometimes I pull up, like I treat my clients like family.
Dude.
We can go out and have a good time together, go down, sit at brunch, after eating, anything. Like, I treat my clients with utmost of respect because I gotta get the trust. If you trust me with your to fix your credit and all that, like, I gotta show you the utmost love and respect.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So I try to treat you like a family,
Because it ain't something light. Like, working with somebody's credit, it ain't like I'm just handing you a coat saying, here, sew this up for me, brother.
It's personal information, all that.
Dude, credit's work. And then, again, like he was saying, it's got to be a two-way street. You can't hand him money and expect him to fix your credit, but you out there applying for vehicles every week. Right. Applying, even though you know you can't get approved, it's still going to mess your credit up. Don't do it.
Inquiries. And like you say, with the car dealership, that's why I say also go to your bank, because with the car dealership, they're going to run your credit 10 to 15 times trying to find the lender.
Dude, they just looking for a yes. It don't matter how high the interest rate is.
How high interest, that's it.
Like, I can't, man, I know I could probably count them on both hands, but less than 10, more than 5 of me knowing that, all right, here's an 18, 16 to 20% interest rate, and you know they can't get approved, but you know you got them on the ropes to say yeah, and it's like, do I really go out there and burn them like that?
Right.
And I didn't, and I got moved to service writer because I wouldn't burn these folks. But it's like, I couldn't. It just didn't feel right. Like, I know you're gonna be hurting, and I know once you get this whip, you're gonna feel great for 3 weeks until that first payment come out. Now you'll be looking like, all right, can I really afford this?
Right.
And then what happens if your kids depending on it? They take the car. Now, am I the good guy for selling you the car, even though you had a car for a month? Or should I have, steered you in the direction of going to take the $2,000 you were gonna spend down and go find something to drive right now that, get liability on it, don't get full coverage, just.
And you know what's crazy about you speaking of cars? Like, I had a 2020 Scat Pack. It was wide body. I loved the car. Loved it. The kids used to come to me like, hit it. Mm-hmm. But as of right now, I have a 2018 Impala.
Let's go.
I have a 2008 Avenger.
Let's go. I respect that, dude.
But see, my thing is, life groomed me. I don't value material things no more. Mm-hmm. So basically, I look at things like, before I make a purchase, I say it's an asset or liability.
Bro.
Asset, can it help me make more money? Or liability? After I spend it, it's over with. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Dude. That's my mindset. I look at things now.
I love that. And a lot of people look at it crazy too, like with the chain. People don't understand. That's an asset. Bro, right now, the price of silver and the price of gold is through the moon. You think there's any type of money in here that's sitting on that chain? It ain't. Silver prices are through the roof. That was an asset. How long ago did you buy it?
2022, I think.
Bro. So he bought it at probably a tenth of what that necklace is worth now.
I'm glad you said that. I recently got it appraised, because you got to get appraised every 2 years. And the jeweler was telling me gold went up. He said it went up tremendous. He said if it's 10,000 now, it's 20,000.
Yes, sir.
I didn't even know that though.
Dude, that's wild.
I didn't even know that.
If you're just now listening and you haven't heard about that, if you have a silver dollar laying around, or if you just have an ounce of silver, what used to be, I think it was around $1 to $8 is now $80 to $95 an ounce of silver. Mm-hmm. So like, even with, I don't know if it's white gold or silver, but if it's silver, even if it's just a piece of it, a section that big of that chain is worth $300. Just people don't understand assets. There's value in things, and like silver and gold. People, I don't want to get on the governmental rant, but like, paper money don't hold no weight if the world comes crashing down. I'm not gonna be able to buy nothing with a $100 bill that I couldn't. If I come with you with silver and gold, the one thing that China and Russia and everybody else gonna be able to produce and want to, how do I say it? They can use that as payment. They're not gonna take American currency. It's not gonna mean nothing. Right. So like, if the world comes crashing down right now, I got a few chains that I call assets. I wear them whenever I need to. But like, perfect example. The world ends today. You're already sitting on what you know can cover your family for a little while. People don't see it that way. Everything's an asset. Old denim jackets, which is ridiculous. Old denim jackets. Say your daddy wore it back in the mill or something.
Retail sale.
Dude, $1,000 for just a beat up jacket. And it's just because that's the way the world works now. That people don't see material things the same as we used to as kids. Like, we saw food and like we had family and friends, and I could walk. Again, like the Scat Pack. That's a step. People would think that's a step down. That's such a step up to be like, I'm gonna put this aside. I know what I need and what I don't need, and to go ahead and make the steps. Like, all right, I'm gonna put the material things away. I'm gonna go ahead and dive into what I know I need to have. I can get my family around. I ain't gotta worry about a crazy insurance price. Like, I know that was probably eating you too.
$645 a month.
That's one of those. It's like, man, how fast do I really want to go?
Yeah.
like, dude.
I remember I had it for about a year. They said, you ain't got no ticket yet? Like, you got to get a ticket in this. How much you paying for this? You got to get a ticket.
Bro.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Sheesh, I'm surprised you didn't. Well, I don't blame you for not. Insurance would have been a lot higher. Dude, but people, y'all got to take it serious. So that's like us bringing people on like this. Y'all might wonder, why do I have a credit advisor on here? Yes, that's close to me. We grew up together, grew up around each other. But we have recovering addicts. We have fighters who started from, when I say scratch, started from a place of being, when I think I'm small, I might look stocky sometimes, but these people are coming as like bean poles, and then they now look like Bryce Mitchell, or you got Israel Adesanya. Like, you got these people who started in a place that they never thought they would be in a championship position, and now look at them. They had to start somewhere. You started, I underestimated it. I was thinking maybe 10 to 25, 30 clients at most. Like, it's been 2 years.
I did hundreds of clients.
Bro, that's nuts. You hit the ground running, and you still running. It ain't like you just hit the ground running and like you complacent now. You're still trying to grow this thing.
And it's like passive income. I can make money in my sleep. I can show you some right now. I just made like $300, like, and that was in my sleep yesterday. Well, this morning, so I say.
People don't see that. Passive income will get you a lot farther than you think. You got to have some type of passive something, like buy property. Like, we got, people don't know it. I don't know if I mentioned it on the podcast or not, but Mississippi County is now the most still producing county in America. So like the Pittsburgh Steelers, it has nothing on us now. Pittsburgh has, I think they're not even producing a quarter as much steel as we're producing in Mississippi County. So there's so much money in the area. There's so much. And, you know, people are taking advantage of this. Like, you got the dealerships are going to hit you with the highest interest rate because they know that you can pay for it. Whereas now you got people like D who knows the ropes. I say there's perfect timing for everything. The meal, they just put in another meal. You got these people who are going to need credit help. You're around these people. You've worked around people like at AG. I know if you work at AG, you know everybody in those solar.
I'm in the steel industry now.
Wait, you are? Where you work at? Well, I don't know if we can give a shout out to it.
It's just a stepping stone to me. I mean, I don't stop there. I got the entrepreneur mindset. So, like you say, the steel industry make a lot of money, right? And then we produce the most steel in the United States. So, I have the mindset of it as this. Why work when I can own it? You get what I'm saying?
Bruh.
Everything starts within the mind as a thought. Everything was a thought. The lights, thought.
Yep.
Everything starts within the mind. That's why I tell people, if you can control your mind, you can have anything.
Dude.
I feel like the world, I don't want to say it because I don't want to. I feel like the world is like a video game, your own video game. You get what I'm saying? And everything start. What is that?
Bro, as long as the roof don't come down, we good.
Everything starts in the brain. You know what I do when I wake up? When I say reevaluate myself, like, I did that.
Man.
Like, my biggest thing was lust.
Bruh.
As you can tell by the kids, but lust. Like, I love women.
Man.
I love women, bro.
I can't say too much.
I know because you married, but I'm just saying. Hopefully I plan on getting married too. But I'm still working on myself, so I don't play with women's feelings and emotions no more. I let them know what it is. You know, I respect them because, like I say, I have a mother. You know what I'm saying? So I had to really pray about it to get this lust. Like, it was like a lustful sexual spirit on me. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Like, I couldn't go like a couple days without it. You know?
That's like what's the Jezebel spirit? Like I think Bryce mentioned it a little bit on his about casting out demons, but I was in the same boat with a chick who I went to the pastor. I knew God was telling me, like, all right, you're either going to have a call with ministry or something like that. So I'm going to stop, put it off. I'm going to go ahead and talk to the pastor. 2 weeks from that day, I ran into somebody from my past. And I struggle with lust forever. Like that's, and it's nothing crazy. It's just, you know.
I mean, you're a man.
Bro, I see, I got a type, like, I'll leave it in here. Kayla she'll be all right. But like, I like thick girls. You gotta be too something to do something. So
like, back, that's me too. I love thick girls.
So I ran into somebody from my past I shouldn't have, and I wholeheartedly believe it was a Jezebel spirit. And it humbled me in a way that I really shouldn't have let it do, but I almost lost everything because of my own personal actions.
Oh yeah, tests is always gonna show up. Like I be telling folks, life is the best experience, best teaching. But I also tell people, pain is guaranteed in life.
Man,
you're gonna go through things,
dude.
But suffering is not. You get what I'm saying? Like I try to advise to my mentees, people look up for me, people like even my credit clients. Like once you come to me, we're gonna talk about credit, but I'm gonna get in depth with you. Like I'm not gonna be all in your business, but I'm gonna just be pitching out like some quotes or something. Like I can show you right now. Hold on. This is what I do. Like when I say I reevaluate my whole life, look at this, bro. These are number quotes.
Ready.
Look, poor, passing over opportunities repeatedly.
Dude.
Then I it's like, then it say, when you lose your money, you lose nothing. When you lose your love, you lose, when you love your health, you lose something. When you lose your character, you lose everything.
Man, it's deep. And it's wild because like, and you've got all this going on. You got a credit business. You at the mill, which is wild. I'm hands-on. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. If y'all work at the mill, I got respect for you because that's a job that, like, I did it
constantly.
It's always work. For you to be able to maintain that, a credit business, and still want to pour into other people. Not just at a base level of like, let me help you credit, but you still try to instill in little things. Like the quote, every time you hear something, you save it on your phone, make sure you can instill it into somebody else.
Because you got to look at it like, you are what you see as far as your sight and mindset. So sometimes, bro, when I take trips, I go on trips and book big Airbnbs, book nice hotel with the landscapes and all that, because you're as far as your sight. So just imagine if I stayed in Luxora, I've never seen big buildings, skyscrapers, or, you know what I'm saying, nice cars. You are your environment.
Man.
You get what I'm saying? So life is like a puzzle. You just got to put the right pieces together.
Preach.
But my thing is, what the next person got going on, there's none of my business. I don't get too carried away with social media and wrapped up in social media. Like the topic, what was that? A couple weeks ago or something like that, was something like Ari and Lil Baby or something. I don't know. But I just seen it a couple of times. But like, I challenge people, just go 30 days. Go 30 days, try to be completely positive as you can. Like when you wake up, speak to yourself, speak light into yourself, because we got the power of the tongue. Speak light into yourself. Man. Look in the mirror and say, hey, when I wake up, I say, hey, you're a successful man, you're a great father, you're a successful entrepreneur. You know, I speak powerful words to myself. Like, you have to believe it. Like, faith is the size of mustard seed. You have to believe in yourself.
Yes, sir.
Because you don't got faith, you don't got nothing. And you got to look at it like, this is how I broke down faith. Not being religious or anything, I just broke down faith. It's just, have you ever seen God?
I have not.
Do you believe in his miracles?
Absolutely.
Have you experienced his miracles?
I have, 100%.
You know what that's called? It's faith.
Faith. That's faith.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you never seen him. You know what I'm saying?
That's true though.
That's why I be trying to tell people, like, as long as you get your mind right, control your emotions, you have to control your emotions. As a man, I feel like a man top tier needs to control his emotions.
Oh yeah.
Most of them, like, women wear their heart on the sleeve. And don't react to it. Everything doesn't need a reaction.
Dude, you gotta, man, say it louder for everybody in the back. That's the thing. Like, geez, like you have folks that, I grew up, I don't want to say rough, but like, man, everything was a reaction. It was never a thought process going towards nothing. It was a matter of how fast can I act? Like if it was somebody arguing, how can I get louder than them? Somebody fighting, how can I help? How can I join the fight? It was never how do I stop and think about what I'm about to do? What's my next move? It was none of that growing up. And now as an adult, you know, I'm seeing that. So like even hearing you say that, and Dee can vouch for me, we ain't talked about none of this other than like a little bit about his testimony. But it's crazy you say that, because like the one thing that's instilled, the one thing that's helped me even get the confidence to start a podcast and be able to share with y'all, to even ever thought about getting approved on Apple Podcast or iHeartRadio, I thought that was out of the way. But I went my whole life always saying I was depressed, I was sad. Up until last year, I took what am I doing? Why am I always, if I say I'm depressed,
you get the feeling it.
I'm struggling, you know, I'm struggling. I'm dealing with stuff right now. If I'm always dealing with something, I'm always gonna be dealing with something. So when I wake up, it don't matter how sad I'm feeling, I'm not depressed. I might be sad, I might be in my feelings, but I'm not depressed. I don't have that hold on me. But all it took was for me to get up and start saying, I'm not depressed. I don't have that on my mind anymore. I'm not gonna let that hold me down. I might have a bad day, but I'm not depressed. I'm sad today. Don't mean nothing. I'm not depressed though. I can make it to tomorrow. Like they always say in recovery, one day at a time. If you can make it to tomorrow, you can make it to the next day. It just takes that one day. And like with you, if you would have waited till the next day to start your credit business, and then, you know, waited till the next day, waited till the next day, put it off a week, bro, you would not be sitting, again, like I underestimated you. I was saying 10 to 25, you got hundreds of clients. You didn't wait till the next day.
Right.
Hit the ground running, you kept climbing that ladder. You still wanting to be better. Even now, you still saying you feel like you're at the bottom of the totem pole, but you wanting to grow.
Right.
And for somebody that, like y'all might not understand, the meal pays great. Kind of the same thing with Coach Orr. You have somebody who is working a full-time job to take care of his family, but don't have to. You got the credit business. You don't have to. You want to make sure that they are taken care of, and not just, I got their bills paid, they got somewhere to sleep at night. You're trying to help them build their credit. You want to make sure they got a foundation when they become an adult. They ain't like us stepping out into adulthood. Like, all right, what's the next move? You've got it laid out for them. They know what they could do to grow. Like they already. I wish somebody would have set my credit up when I was a kid.
That's what I'm saying. You got to lead by example. As I'm glad you said it, because in school we're not taught about that. We're not taught about financial literacy as well. So one thing I'm installing my kids, like, profit over wages. Because guess what? What, today era, when can you start a job? 14, 15?
I think 13 maybe with consent, but 14 with consent. Like if your parents sign off on you, you're good.
14 is wages. All right, when can you start a profit?
Well, that's the thing though. If you had the right mindset, you could profit as a kid. You just got to know where to put it and not what to spend it on. But that ain't
profit. As in this, wages, work, profit. You can be 3-year-old sell lemonade. It's profit.
Bro, that's solid.
Profit over wages.
Always.
Wages get you in the work mindset, but never trade time with money.
Oh no.
You should never work for money.
Time is the most important thing we got.
That's the only thing. So I'm glad you're speaking about my kids, because my business is generational wealth opportunity. That's what I'm big on. Like I told you, Scat Pack. I had everything.
Man.
I did everything. I done everything. I make songs, music videos. Like I did a song with D Moolah. He was one of my favorite rappers growing up. Like he's a big time, blow my high or whatever. Like I done all that.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to create this legacy. All right, if you had 200,000 right now in your era, do you consider yourself rich? In the community you from?
Knowing what I know, where we at now, I would feel rich, but I wouldn't.
Oh, hold on. I'm glad you said that. I had 200,000. I felt rich. It's really nothing to do, for real. You know what I'm saying? I was rich. So look, I had to look at it like this. Rich, wealth. Rich, Scat Pack, flossing, it's loud. Wealth, you can't see it.
Yes, sir.
It's quiet. And that's why I say generational wealth, because my kids, my pool. So it's for my kids. You get what I'm saying? I feel like I'll be all right just right now. Like you say, still, man, I got for enough money for me, I'm cool. Right now, I can do whatever I want. I don't struggle for no bills or nothing like that. I'm cool. But
Man.
what about my kids? That's why I create the wealth at.
Man. More people need to think like that, dude. More people need to think like that.
That's what I'm saying. It started like, you know what they say, you want to hire some people, put in the books.
Man. Man.
Okay, so I'm really not a fan of a reader, you know? I don't like to read, but I can read because in school, like we used to mess with people when they read and messed up on words or something. But I can read though. You know, just childish in school, but it turned around when I took my Achilles and I'm a big researcher. Like you can tell me something, I may believe, but I'm gonna do my own research on it.
Man.
So I started getting to meditate, like I say, numerology, Chinese astrology, start meditating, it started just starting off the back, really. I even got into more health. So I eat a lot of fruits. Like when I wake up, I don't touch my phone.
Man.
I don't touch my phone.
That's a hard thing for a lot of people,
That's
dude.
hard. I mean, I see the notifications, but I have to groom and, like I say, reevaluate myself. I'm sitting from the old man I was. So when I first wake up, I hit the snooze, but I automatically instantly get up. I don't lay down. I don't wander around. I don't pick up my phone. Listen, I'm telling you, because it's a mental thing. Your first hour gonna dictate your whole day. So just for instance, you got to go to work at 7. Your alarm go off at 6:10. You land around on your phone. Next thing you know, it's 6:30. Oh, you got to get up, brush. Now you still sleepy, tired. But if you just go and get up and do it, like when I first wake up, I get up, make my bed, push-ups to get my blood flowing, to get my body alert. I'm woke. Then that's when I get into silence. I sit in silence. Sometimes I get up and just write what's in my head instantly that morning. I just write it down. Because like I say, you got to visualize it.
Man.
You got to have faith and you got to visualize it. Whatever you want to be, you got to see yourself as if you already are.
Yep.
Off the back, you have to be like that.
Dude.
Because if you don't have faith and you don't see yourself visualizing it, that can be you won't ever be it.
At all.
You know, as far as your sight and mindset.
Yeah. And then like him talking about eating healthy and everything, you are what you eat. And
You are what you eat.
You're trying to be a better version of yourself, you got to treat yourself right. Like even studying the word now, like I've had people ask me about the pork thing. Like, yeah, the Bible says don't eat unclean things, but you got to think about what you're eating for real though.
Right.
What do pigs eat? Bro.
Everything. Boo-boo.
And you putting that in your body. Like so like it's those little things that you got to think about. So like even with me, it's so wild you say that about the timer. So I used to be just like you saying, get up, first alarm. Past few years, I've gotten to where, and it's wild you say 6:10. I ain't gotta be at work till 7, and I work like 5 minutes from the house. So like 6:10 is my first alarm.
Me too.
6:20 is the second alarm. 6:30 is like, all right, now you pushing it. Go ahead and get up. Whereas the bad thing is, I know the science behind that. You are 100% correct about it. When you first wake up, there's a chemical imbalance in your brain that is swapping to, it's kind of like engaging your body. It's time to wake up. When you hear the alarm go off, or you wake up at 6 in the morning to go pee, your body is waking up. Your mind is waking up. Correct. And I have seizures, so I learned that the hard way. So like I would get up, and I have a window between like 2 in the morning and 10 in the morning. If I get up and I go back to sleep, my brain either stays awake or my body stays awake. So like one side of my brain is trying to wake up, the other side is trying to go back to sleep, and it just doesn't click. So then I have a seizure, and I learned that the hard way. And now, because again, I'm getting complacent. You know, they put me on seizure medicine, so I don't worry about having a seizure anymore. So I don't just get up when I first have to. So now I am the one in the bed at 6:10, like snooze, 6:20 snooze, and it's because I've gotten complacent. But that's why I love about the podcast. Like the job I'm in, there ain't really no growth. Like I'm the only person in my position. I'm a spray tech. There's nobody else. Like, there's only 2 spray rigs that can be drove, and like this is a one-man job. I'm never going to be able to get spray tech manager because there's nobody to manage. It's just me. It's like I have no up. I don't have
can't elevate
at all. I feel like I'm just kind of stuck there. So with the podcast, I know it's growing. Being able to film you today, I know it's growing. Being able to film like the guy from Thailand. I never thought any of my platforms would have reached Thailand, of all places.
That's
Thailand.
amazing.
Dude. Amazing. But it's an accomplishment. Something that I thought was not going to happen for years. I'm slowly checking these off the board. Like one of the things I wanted to do, and shout out Coach Orr, you're amazing, dude. I was planning on, I got a board, and within 5 years, I wanted to pair with a clothing brand. I know it sounds funny. I want to be in a music video. I don't want to be the one rapping or singing, but I want to be in it. I just want to experience that, the hype, being around it. I want to go ringside and I've always wanted to do that, but until I got the offer last night, like eventually we'll be in Thailand going ringside with Theodore. So like it's those little things that I never saw possible until I took that step. Credit business. That's just something that a lot of people will get the idea of and never follow through. Because who thinks I'm gonna start a credit business? Even me, I worked around credit, never thought once, how do I start this? How do I turn this into a business? How do I help people with it? That's what you're trying to do. And not just trying to help other people, you're trying to help your kids. Generational wealth is a bigger thing than most people think. Had my grandparents thought about that, I would not be striving to try to make, I'm trying to eat, brother. I'm trying to eat, you know what I mean? Like I gotta feed myself. I didn't have nobody lay the foundation for me. You're trying to do that. You're trying to set your kids up so that way they can build up that generational, in a sense, the generational wealth. We're starting here. They're starting right here. They don't have to take a step back. They're already right here. Exactly. Just keep growing.
Exactly.
What happens to their kids? If they keep growing, they put them on the platform too. It just gets bigger. I ain't trying to say the wealth gets bigger, but the business itself, the determination, the grit, the want to, it gets bigger. It's in the family. It's ingrained.
You know what my mindset?
What?
So, reading books and looking at mentors like Napoleon Hill, Alex Hormozi, John Rim, Tony Robbins, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, How to Sell. Like, it's a lot of books that I done read, even if it was just audio, because when I'm at work, I audio read. And this me jumping on a limb. This is a big limb. Like, I want to be the next, not just comparing, like, I want to be that person, but it's just their last name.
Yeah.
Rothschilds,
Bruh.
Rockefellers. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Like the J.P. Morgans. You hear their name, you just automatically think of like wealth, successfulness. I hustle for my last name, not my first. So that's where the generational wealth come in. Like, if I stop now, I'm cool with just me, but what about my kids? You know what I'm saying?
Well, people don't think about it that way.
Yeah, you don't think about it. So I'm trying to be this is why I have a lot on my plate. I'm trying to be the Rothschild, but it started with me.
Yes, sir.
You get what I'm saying? I have to fulfill that in order to carry this legacy on down the line.
I love that when you brought the jersey up, the 2 and the 8. Like if you're just now catching it, he had a jersey, he's got his own brand, and it's got a 2 and an 8 on it. What does the 2 and the 8 stand for?
28. 28. On my package, I can symbolize it, breaks it all down, but 28 is a money number. It's like growth, abundance. Like on 28, you cut any piece of hair on 28, it's supposed to install money growth. So like on the 28th, I'll probably shave my little beard or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just
don't
like,
do it.
You know,
gosh, bro, my cousin's been trying to get me to shave mine. I can't do that. It's been with me since I was a kid. Don't do it. Keep the goatee.
You know, but yeah, on Chinese astrology, I'm a dog. Like I was telling you, 2024 was a dragon year. That was my worst year, and that's my enemy year. Dogs, dragon. That was the dragon year. That was my enemy year. Dog and dragon don't get along. And this year's a horse year, and dogs and horses get along. And I can, you know, you can feel it.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can feel it. There's some things like I can just feel like this year gonna be a great year for me.
I love that.
And I set myself on a pedestal where instead of trying to reach too many goals at one time, like big goals, start small.
Man.
Like you think it was like for me to wake up at a certain time and just instantly wake up, that's a small goal that I had to be dedicated to. Then to turn around and do push-ups, turn around and make my bed. If you don't have discipline, you don't have nothing.
Man.
Everything, I don't care what you doing, what you trying to achieve, it start with discipline. You have to be disciplined. So like speaking of that, like I told you, my lustfulness for my sexual lustfulness, I set boundaries for myself. Go a month without sex, 2 months, 3 months, to see if I can do it. You know what I'm saying? So, and now I've been able to unwire my brain, and I don't need it.
Man.
You know, I don't need it.
Dude, it's weird you say that. Like, I did a lesson last night. I kind of went over it with Theodore a little bit. And we do a thing in recovery. A lot of people, it's never really a topic that they teach about, but it's called character breaker. So it's like stepping out of your comfort zone. In psychology, it's called exposure-based growth, and it's repeatedly putting yourself in circumstances that are awkward and uncomfortable. So that way you break down that wall. Bro, to sit there and say, I'm gonna be celibate for some months, especially dealing with lust. That's not just a wall. That's a hard thing to overcome.
It's extremely hard for me.
Because that's something that's like, bro, like again, I like thick girls. If I see one, it's so hard not to have lustful thoughts. You know what I mean? It's hard. That's something that to take accountability for is hard to do. But to try to better that and work on that, bro, much respect. Much respect.
See, the thing is, like, I try to live on the edge. When I say on the edge, I try to be uncomfortable. Because as far as this, like, I even do it sometimes, but I try to not to do it. So just think about the gym.
Man.
You get off work, oh, I'm too tired to go to the gym. But you get your best workout when you don't want to go. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh.
So I was reading I came across something, I think it was on YouTube or something. And he was saying a person that was getting up, going to the gym, and just going to the gym, going in and leaving. He did that for 2 weeks straight. Then he go into the gym, work about 5-10 minutes, and leave. I'm like, oh, he only do one set, that's it. Then it came repetitions to where he 30 minutes, hour and a half. He's fit now. But that's all it started. You gotta be in repetition with it and be consistent. Everything need consistency and like be relentless with it. Like, don't give up.
Bruh.
If you got the urge to do something, like, just keep at it. Everything takes time. Like I told you, life gonna come with pain and struggles, but you don't have to stick to the suffering. You got a choice if you want to suffer or not.
Man.
You got a choice. So back to my client, like what I advise anyone to do is like, have an emergency fund. Emergency fund, like, is a must for me. That's what I'm building as we speak. Cause things gonna come up in life.
Bro, say COVID happened tomorrow.
Things gonna come up. That's what I'm saying. Like, you want to have an emergency fund, just say like the job you were telling me about.
Mm-hmm.
My emergency fund, my mindset is have 6 months worth of your bills. Whatever it is, have 6 months of it. So if it's 10,000, all right, 10,000 stashed away. You said SMS did you, not to speak on them, but you said they did you bad.
Yeah.
Just matter you had 6 or 7 months of your bills and everything stashed away where you can be like, okay, I'll find me another job. I'm leaving this. I'm not dealing with this. I'm gone. Boom.
It's crazy you say that. And
Things pop up though. Car breakdown, everything pop up. That's why you want to have emergency funds so you won't be chasing it. I don't chase anything. I track everything.
Man.
I track money. I track my peace. Whatever it is, I track. I don't chase. That's why when I told her I had that fall off, 2023, 2024, I was chasing it. 2023, I went to the ground. 2024, I was chasing so bad I went under the ground. You know,
it put me down. I could do nothing with it. No,
you know, I was just chasing it though. But like I say, you gotta be humble, and the quicker that you can get it, the quicker it can leave you. That's why I'm glad I respect my I embrace my struggles. You know what I'm saying? So I was watching John Rim. He said this. Was it him? I think it was him. He was showing his story on YouTube. I would listen to his audio. He was saying, one day a man came on. He was struggling, like he was a poor, poverty family. His father was so prideful, where a man just randomly came. It was Thanksgiving. They ain't had a food. Man came, brought food to him, and the dad was being belligerent, like he didn't want it, disrespectful, trying to slam the door in the man's face. And he stopped it. Like every time he had his food, he was like, "Hey man, put your pride to the side, and put your pride to the side and just take the food for the kids." Let me rephrase that. It wasn't John. It was Tony Robbins, and he said this. Now he's fed over 1 billion people. Like he go all around the world feeding people. But he told me he said anything, he embraced it. So he took that bad situation, embraced it. So it was his best and worst. So I just look at things like that, like the struggles should be a lesson. Like it's always a sunshine at the end of the tunnel, regardless. You know what I'm saying? So just because you're going through things, like that's why I say pain gonna come. Struggle you don't have to put up with.
Bro.
Cause he could have took that story and just, my dad a bad person, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? But he took that and he turned it into something like sparked the light into him, you know?
Yeah. It's easy to play the blame game until you want to blame yourself. Blame yourself, start putting the shoes on, like, all right, I gotta do something. That's when it makes a difference.
You know what's crazy? I'm so glad you said that. Because I would have never elevated until I took accountability. Everything that went on in my past life, whether my fault or it wasn't, I chose, hey, it's my fault.
Man.
Whatever happened,
Man.
stole from me, whatever, it's my fault. If I would never put myself in that predicament, it would never happen.
You know, a lot of people let the pride get in the way of that, though. You got to put the pride down. Even we young, like pride is like, that's what you live by. You don't want nobody to punk you, know what I mean? Like pride, you got to be prideful.
Yeah.
But you got to put the pride down sometimes. You got to put it down sometimes. And that's what, dude, for you to even, I'm more blown away at the fact that you're trying to build not, and I know it sounds cliche when I keep saying generational wealth. That is his brand name. But when I say it, I literally mean you are trying to grow not just yourself. You was in a place, like you said, in 2023, 2024, where you felt like you lost it all, and you still you thinking about other people. Right. Not how can I make Deshaun better and just Deshaun better, but how can I make D and my family better?
Right.
How can I make my clients better? You know, you got to have people that care. And like he's talked about his business, he's talked about his kids, talked about his faith. The one thing that, you know, I ask it every episode, and I kind of, you know, you answered a little bit in the testimony, but do you believe God made an impact on your life and the person you are today?
Oh, yes, sir, off the bat. Because without him, I'm nothing, you know? And it's like, I grew up in the church, though. Like, I grew up in the church. Like, I was in the choir.
You was in the choir?
I
No
used to
way.
sing back in the day.
Hold on.
My voice just got a little deep, you know what I'm saying?
No
but yeah, I used
way.
to be a lead singer.
I can see you up there. What's the dude off Oh Happy Day?
Oh, man, don't do that.
Bruh,
Don't do that.
That's my
Don't do
song.
that.
That is my song. Any old school soul, like All right, y'all. So I know this episode had to have helped at least one person because I know it helped me. He was dropping bombs. I've heard gems like this a whole lot during the car industry. And getting out of it, I didn't really think much about it. Because even now, I don't want to say my credit score is perfect, but you have so many scenarios of people that need help that you would not imagine. The people that don't want to talk about their credit are the ones that usually have the most money, and whenever they, like they say, more money, more problems, and that's kind of how it goes. But if you need help recovering from your credit, if you need help building back up your score, if you just need a little bit of guidance, reach out to D. So I think it's super_D_4L on Instagram, but I'll put his QR code up here. Y'all follow him, reach out to him, join the brand, help him grow his business just like y'all are helping me grow mine by watching this episode. I love you all. Y'all stay tuned for next week. Big episode getting filmed tomorrow with Danny from Rabbit Hole. Big episode tomorrow with Danny from Rabbit Hole Podcast. I love you all. Y'all keep watching and y'all stay blessed. Peace.
like I'm setting myself up for failure, man. It's a snake show its skin, you gotta see the signs. I want you to bite me again? Fuck. God's got a plan for me. I know I sin daily, pray the Lord just keep his hands on me. I treat you like a brother. How the fuck you leave your man's alone? You say what he said and do what you did, I just hope that you can stand on. All the shit I've been through lately got me questioning God. But I'm a man before anything, hit my head up high. I got kids to look after, so through it all I stop. Man, my pops ain't seen eye to eye, they got a lot to do with pride. Keep it trim, getting cut, hold it in. This crazy love and support come from people not even your kin. You know how they feel, right? My brother relations, I need still right. My brother black as hell, sometimes I wonder why he still white. Other do everything left hand, I'm like, how he still right? And my brother been being a felon, man, I hope he's still right.